for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up second down. 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups.
They do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's got some space here. Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now.
He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a touch.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one. And while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
11 mighty.
first down. Here's Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
11 Thomas. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Burrow will throw. And he fires this one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here at third down to get their momentum going again.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
On third down, Burrow. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT tight.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on second and 10. Burrow, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver...
There he goes, left side. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way up near midfield. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. To the 43, second down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. On play action, it's Carr. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Carr on third down, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. They go with Jacobs. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bengals will get the football back.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Going up top. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go. 11.
Allen, the man in motion right. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. It's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
54 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third and long, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a third and long after that sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Logan Wilson drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Burrow on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They go play action with Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly.
He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw his Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to... He's got a man complete! And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past it, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On 2, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Keenan Allen from 3 yards out.
And the Bengals start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 734. Express.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one too low.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Carr to throw again. Open man is Anderson. Touchdown Raiders. Robbie Anderson. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11, 11, 11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. Now this game is over. Getting into the